Yeah, it was great. Obviously we didn't have our best first. That was evident, but just to find the mix again and show who the better team is great. When everything's clicking, obviously, but obviously you want to start games a little better. And he's superb. I mean, there's no other word for it. It's pretty comfortable when you got a third line of defense back there, and that penalty kill at the end. I mean, not only the penalty kill doing such a good job for us, obviously all year, but Freddie standing tall there, 3 or 4 or 5 saves that, obviously got us a W. Yeah, I think just keeping it simple, playing our game. We play a very simplified game, and we know that if we put the stress on them, we're probably going to come out on top, and, if we play that to a T, we'll be good. I don't really get too many shifts with that first line, and, obviously, they're highly skilled, and just playing off them, and every time I had the puck there was a guy open, so just pass it to them. Blaker made a great play, and I was luckily the puck squirted back out to me, and I finished it. Yeah, for sure. Our PK as a whole, they're number 1 in the league for a reason. Marty's a heart and soul guy. Everyone knows that. He does a lot on the ice, but you guys don't see the behind the scenes stuff he does, and he wears a letter for a reason. He's a great leader for us, and it showed. Yeah, absolutely not. It could be a different series. We're going, obviously on the road, and they get that, last change that, that helps home teams, take that extra step. So, obviously we're not going to sit back. They know what kind of team we are. We know what kind of team they are, and we're just going to get back to it.